Welcome back, science seekers. This week covered a wide range of peptide topics, and each one points to the same truth. Biology is never about quick fixes. It is about the systems underneath the surface. Today we are recapping videos 132 through 145, connecting the dots across organ repair, microbiome crosstalk, sleep signaling, inflammation control, stress resilience, receptor behavior, environmental stress, and foundational vitality. If you missed any part of the week, this will bring the entire picture together. We started with organ recovery and aging resilience. Most people only focus on symptoms of aging, but the real decline begins when repair efficiency drops. Peptide signaling is part of how the body coordinates maintenance inside organs like the liver, heart, and kidneys. When those signals slow down, so does everything else. Aging is a signaling problem long before it becomes a structural one. From there, we went into the microbiome and how it communicates with the rest of the body. Gut bacteria do more than digest food. They produce peptide messengers that interact with immune pathways, brain chemistry, and metabolic balance. The gut is not a passive system. It is a command center, and peptide signaling is one of the languages it speaks. Next, we cut through the hype with a breakdown on peptide myths. Most bad information comes from ignoring context. Peptides are not shortcuts, and they are not magic. They are signals that influence processes your body already controls. The key is understanding the mechanisms, not chasing claims. Sleep architecture came next. Sleep is not downtime. It is a coordinated cycle of peptide pulses that regulate recovery, immune activity, memory consolidation, and inflammation control. Deep sleep and REM sleep follow different peptide patterns. When those patterns break, performance drops, regardless of how many hours you stay in bed. We then tackled inflammation modulation. Inflammation is not the enemy. It is a controlled process. Some peptides being studied interact with pathways that regulate inflammatory signaling, helping the body determine when to escalate or resolve inflammation. Chronic inflammation is usually a signaling failure, not a lack of effort. Our first long-form deep dive of the week focused on oxygen delivery and mitochondrial support. Performance always comes back to how well your mitochondria convert oxygen into usable energy. Some peptides interact with pathways that influence oxygen utilization and cellular cleanup, but the real story is efficiency. When mitochondria lag behind, everything slows. After that, we explored stress resilience. Stress is a whole body experience. Peptide signaling connects the brain, the hormones, and the immune system to determine how fast you recover from physical or mental pressure. People who bounce back quickly do so because their signaling systems stay organized under load. From there, we looked at the gap between animal studies and human data. Animal models are useful because they reveal mechanisms, but translating those findings to humans requires caution. Different metabolism, different dosing, different complexity. Animal research starts the conversation. It never finishes it. Next, we broke down receptor function. Peptides only work if a receptor can read the signal. Shape, timing, availability, and prior activation all determine whether a receptor responds or shuts down. Receptor behavior is the real gatekeeper of peptide activity. Then we moved into peptide recycling. The body does not let signals linger. Enzymes break peptides into fragments, some of which get reused. Others are cleared by the liver and kidneys. Recycling speed determines how long a signal lasts and how sensitive receptors remain. If signaling stays elevated too long, receptors desensitize. If it clears too fast, the signal never builds. Environmental stress was next. Heat, cold, altitude, and sudden workload changes all trigger peptide-based adaptation systems. These signals help regulate oxygen usage, inflammation, and metabolic shifts. The environment influences your internal chemistry more than most people realize. After that, we examined sleep-specific signaling in more detail. Sleep quality is dictated by predictable signaling windows. When those windows are disrupted by stress, caffeine, poor timing, or irregular schedules, recovery and cognition fall apart. Then we compared natural peptides to synthetic ones. Natural peptides follow strict biological rules: timing, structure, and receptor targets. Synthetic peptides may mimic those signals or modify them for stability or potency. That does not automatically make them stronger. It just means the signaling behaves differently. Finally, we close the week with sexual health and vitality. Sexual health is a full system metric. It reflects vascular function, hormonal rhythm, mood regulation, and stress balance. Peptide signaling influences parts of that network, but it is never one pathway. It is an integrated response shaped by sleep, metabolism, inflammation, and psychological load. Across all 14 topics this week, one pattern stands out. Peptide biology is not about isolated effects. It is about how the body coordinates signals, responds to stress, repairs itself, and balances competing demands. When signaling is clean and predictable, performance feels effortless. When signaling is chaotic, everything becomes harder, no matter how hard you push. Comment below and tell me which topic from this recap you want expanded into a full deep dive next week.